Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mark Isaac Potter. Let me make a note for myself here. Um, Today, by the way, welcome to Mark Isaac Potter Presents. Today, I'm going to do a food review of a dish called Moroccan chicken. A dear friend of mine who is, I would say, a chef, probably not licensed, but she's extraordinary at making food, brought over this delightful meal. Very elegant, very sublime. Words I don't get to use very much as a tacky American. Um, it's just very delicious. I'm going to be eating it right in front of you here right now. Not even in a few minutes. I've already taken a bite. Very delicious. The flavors are just extraordinary. She told me over the phone that there were like 10 different spices. And I said, well, seems like if you put 10 spices in something and start arguing with each other, but not in this case. It's very delicious. I'm going to write down the time of day, Pacific time that we're taping. Because when I put this on Zoom, if I do 5 or 6 or 10 shows in a day, I can't tell which shows are which because Zoom doesn't let me put a title on them, before, during, or after the time I'm taping them. So I just have a bunch of shows. I don't know what they're about. I have to go review them before I can give them a proper title. So I'm trying to tag them now by time of day that I tape them because that is on the screen when I see the icon of the show. Anyway, this is the chicken, Moroccan chicken. Just amazing. It's absolutely quite remarkable. I suppose we should talk about something, but one of my favorite things to talk about is a small TV station in Mountain View, California called KMVT, KMVT, MV like Mountain View because it's in Mountain View. Their website is kmvt15.org. And surprisingly, there is another KMBT in the United States. They're not supposed to, no two stations are supposed to have the same call letters, but these two do. The other one's in Utah or someplace like that, someplace up north. Um, KMBT 15 is part of a system that was put in place by Congress back in the 70s or 80s called public access stations or community access alternatively. And they do have their own trade association whose name I forget. Anyway, there used to be, and there may still be 700 or so of these stations. They were put in place because the birthing cable companies, which were new back in the 70s and 80s, wanted to use the airspaces and they would have to get permission from, I don't know, I think it's a Federal Trade Commission, maybe, or the federal, you know what I'm saying, one of the federal commissions that governs the airwaves. So they went to Congress and said, we'd like to have the airwaves. And Congress said, great, we want you to do something for us. So you guys get to help fund these different little volunteer TV stations. So each one of these public access stations has a very small staff, very small paid staff, one, two, three, none, and volunteers. I started at KMVT 15 back in 2001 and just absolutely loved it from day one. Um, First year or two, I came in 5 days a week and just couldn't get enough. And first year I was there, I was volunteer of the year. I just came in with it's one of the few times I came in with the best attitude is just whatever needs to be done around here, I can do it. I'll do it. That I earned my way into taking the classes because I didn't have the money. They don't do that anymore, but back in then they did. So I took the introductory class 5 times because, as I say, on almost every single show, I have a learning disability. Um, so I took the initial class 5 times. I was asked to teach a portion of the class because it typically has 3 or 4 teachers, one for each section. Because a TV station has like a starting left, my left to right is the audio board, the graphics switcher type person, uh, which is also, I think, called the technical director. And there's the director, and then there's some other people. I can't, there's more than that, but I can't remember all of them. After COVID hit, things changed dramatically, both at KMBT and obviously in the life of all the staff and all the volunteers. So since then, I've been taping shows at home, and then a friend of mine helps me edit them, and we send them in digitally. So I'm still a producer at KMBT, a volunteer producer. About 2 years ago, I started a parallel TV production company that's a for profit. We're very tiny. I only have a few contract workers, no employees. Um, we give away about 85% of our shows, and some people choose a higher level of service, which they pay for. Yeah, I've got 3 YouTube channels. The main one, Mark Isaac Presents, and the one that's embedded in the KMPT YouTube site, which has tens of thousands of videos on it. Their site, not my site. My site has about 150. My KMPT site. Mm, yeah, so when I started back in 2001, being any kind of a TV producer was a big deal. Nowadays, of course, everybody has an iPhone and everybody's producing content like crazy. But I still honestly think there's a place to learn about a TV studio. And these public access stations do teach people how to do that, how to produce television, how to do the other jobs in a TV studio, like the audio board, technical director, floor manager, camera person, They do teach that. Not very many people leap to a paid position, but it is a way to learn it in case you do want to do that. So, yeah. Anyway, I just want to thank KMPT 15 publicly for all the help they've given me, and it's been fun for me, and I keep doing it, of course. But I shouldn't be prideful, but I am proud of being a TV producer, even if it's a very small time version. So I love you guys. That's enough for now, and I will talk to you soon. Please take care.